Are you feeling a bit of friction in your revenue engine lately? You are not alone. Many growth-minded leaders find themselves at a difficult crossroads. On one hand, your sales, marketing, and customer success teams need better alignment. On the other hand, the talent market is tight and specialized expertise is expensive. This brings us to a pivotal question. Should you hire a full-time revenue operations RevOps manager, or is it time to look at RevOps as a service? The goal of RevOps is simple. It aims to break down the silos between your departments. It ensures that your data flows well, your tech stack actually works, and your team stay focused on growth. But achieving this isn't easy. It requires a mix of high-level strategy and deep technical skill. As you weigh your options, you have to look at more than just a salary figure. You have to look at the total cost of ownership, the speed of implementation, and the long-term impact on your bottom line. Let's dive into a detailed cost-benefit analysis to help you decide which path is right for your business. The real cost of a full-time in-house hire. When you think about hiring a RevOps manager, the first number that likely comes to mind is the base salary. But in today's market, that number is only the tip of the iceberg. According to data from Glassdoor, the average base salary for a RevOps manager in the United States currently sits between $105,000 and $130,000. For senior-level roles or those in major tech hubs, that figure can easily climb past $160,000. However, a base salary is not what the company actually pays. To get the true cost, you must factor in the burdened cost of an employee, which varies slightly depending on whether you are operating in the US or Canada. 1. Benefits and taxes. In the US, you have to account for Social Security, Medicare, and federal state unemployment taxes. Furthermore, employer-sponsored healthcare and 401k matching are significant additions. These typically add 25% to 40% to the base salary. In Canada, there are extended benefits, CPP, EI, RRSP matching, depending on the business. The math of an in-house hire. Regardless of which side of the border you are on, the rule of thumb remains consistent. The true cost of a professional is roughly 1.25x to 1.4x their salary. If you hire a RevOps lead at a salary of $120,000, your actual annual outlay, after accounting for benefits, taxes, and vacation pay, is closer to $150,000 to $168,000. 2. Recruitment fees. Finding specialized RevOps talent is hard. Internal HR time or external headhunter fees can be significant. The average cost per hire is roughly $4,700, but for technical roles, this often doubles. 3. Onboarding time. Even the best hire needs time. It usually takes 3 to 6 months for a new employee to fully understand your tech stack, your culture, and your unique sales cycle before they start delivering a real return on investment. When you add it all up, an in-house hire is a significant financial commitment. It is a fixed cost that stays the same regardless of your revenue. The unicorn fallacy. There is also a hidden risk in hiring just one person, the unicorn fallacy. To run RevOps well, a person needs to be a master of many trades. They need to understand HubSpot or Salesforce architecture. They need to be able to build complex data reports. They also need the people skills to lead strategic meetings with your VPs. Does that person exist? Yes. Are they affordable? Rarely. Most companies end up hiring a generalist. This person might be great at fixing a broken workflow in your CRM, but they might struggle to build a long-term revenue strategy. Or they might be a great strategist who doesn't know how to write the code needed for a custom API integration. When you hire one person, you are limited by that one person's specific set of skills. Why RevOps as a service is gaining ground. This is where RevOps as a service comes into play. Think of it as a fractional approach to revenue excellence. Instead of hiring one person and hoping they can do it all, you partner with an agency that provides a team of specialists. Here's why this model is becoming the go-to choice for scaling businesses. 1. You get a whole team for the price of one. When you use a service model, you aren't just getting a manager. You are getting access to a platform architect, a data scientist, a strategist, and a project manager. Need a complex HubSpot migration? The architect handles it. Need to clean up your lead scoring? The data expert takes over. Need to align your sales and marketing goals? The strategist leads the way. You get the right expert for the specific task at hand, usually for a monthly retainer that is significantly lower than a senior executive's total compensation package. 2. Speed to impact. Agencies that provide RevOps as a service do this every single day. They have seen your problems before. They have fixed dirty data for dozens of other clients. They have navigated the same CRM hurdles you are facing right now. Because they use proven frameworks, they can often make an impact in weeks rather than months. There is no learning on the job at your expense. They come to the table with a ready-to-go toolkit. 3. Flexibility and scalability. Business is not static. You might have a massive project this quarter, like a new product launch, that requires 40 hours of RevOps work per week. But next quarter, you might only need 10 hours for basic maintenance. An in-house hire is a 40-hour-a-week cost, regardless of the workload. With a service model, you can often scale your support up or down based on your actual needs. This makes your variable cost much easier to manage. Let's look at the data. The cost of inaction. Sometimes the cost of RevOps isn't about what you spend, it's about what you lose by doing nothing. Inefficient systems and poor data quality act like a tax on your growth. The dirty data tax. Data decays at an alarming rate. Roughly 25 to 30% of your BB database becomes inaccurate every year as people change jobs, companies merge, or titles evolve. Without active RevOps management, nearly 1/3 of your marketing automation efforts are targeting ghosts, leading to a direct collapse in conversion rates. If your CRM is full of duplicate leads or old contact info, your sales team is wasting their time. Your leads are essentially rotting on the vine because your systems aren't keeping them fresh and actionable. The software waste problem. Companies spend a lot on their tech stacks, but are you getting your money's worth? Statistics show that companies waste an average of 37% of their software spend on tools that are underutilized or not used at all. A professional RevOps partner ensures that your tools are actually talking to each other and that your team is using them to their full potential. Comparing the two models side by side. To make this easy, let's look at a simple breakdown. Feature in-house RevOps, hire RevOps as a service. Monthly cost $13,000, $16,000 plus $4,000 to $9,000, typical. Skill range, limited to one person's skills. Access to a full team of specialists. Onboarding, 3 to 6 months, 2 to 4 weeks. Redundancy, high risk if they quit. Team-based, no single point of failure. Objectivity, subject to internal politics, external, unbiased perspective. The hidden risks of the DIY approach. Some leaders think, we can just have our marketing manager handle this. This is the do-it-yourself trap. While your marketing lead is talented, asking them to manage the technical architecture of your entire revenue stack is a recipe for disaster. When RevOps is a side job, things break. You end up with Frankenstein systems, parts and pieces bolt together that don't really work. This leads to broken automation, lost leads, and a sales team that stops trusting the CRM data. The cost to fix a fractured implementation is almost always higher than the cost of doing it right the first time. Is your tech stack slowing you down? Before making a hire or signing a contract, you need to know where you stand. A great way to start is with a RevOps audit. This is a deep dive into your current processes to see where the leaks are. Are your leads getting lost between marketing and sales? Is your reporting giving you the truth or just a best guess? By identifying these gaps early, you can see exactly what kind of help you need. You might find that you don't need a full-time hire yet. You might just need a dedicated team to come in and tune up your engine. Which path should you take? So how do you decide? It often comes down to your stage of growth. Choose in-house if you are a very large enterprise with over 500 employees. You have highly custom proprietary systems that require someone to be in the code every single day. You have the budget to hire a full team, not just one person, to cover all the bases. Choose RevOps as a service if you are a scaling company, Series A through C, that needs to move fast. You want to avoid the high overhead of a senior executive hire. You need expert-level help with tools like HubSpot, but don't have the internal bandwidth. You want a strategy-first approach that focuses on ROI from day one, making the strategic choice. In the end, RevOps is not just a support function, it is a strategic advantage. The companies that grow the fastest are the ones that have clear data, aligned teams, and efficient processes. Whether you choose to build that team internally or partner with a service provider, the most important thing is that you don't wait. Every day you spend with an unoptimized revenue engine is a day you are leaving money on the table. At Aspiration Marketing, we specialize in helping businesses navigate these exact challenges. We understand that every company is different, which is why we focus on tailored solutions, from HubSpot onboarding and implementation to comprehensive RevOps audits. Our goal is to provide that whole team expertise without the whole team price tag. By choosing a partner who understands both the strategy and the technology, you can stop worrying about your tools and start focusing on your growth. We help you ensure your data is clean, your leads are nurtured, and your revenue engine is firing on all cylinders. Would you like to see how your current systems are performing? Let's talk about a RevOps audit. We can help you find the friction points in your process and show you exactly how RevOps as a service can help you scale more efficiently. Contact Aspiration Marketing today to take the first step toward a smoother, more profitable future.